Today we're going to be talking about how to use a technique called prompting while conducting behavioral therapy for kids with autism. So what is prompting? It is when you use a prompt or a cue that can be used to help an individual begin or complete a specific task. They are used when teaching new skills. Fading is used in a reverse of prompting when a child can complete the task on their own without any assistance, and you no longer have to use prompting in order to help them, and this process is called fading. So what is prompting? There are different types of prompting, but the first one we're going to focus on and the most commonly used is called verbal prompting. This is written or spoken instruction that guides a child into completing the task. So for an example, if you told a child to, quote, go get your backpack, this is an example of a verbal prompt because you are guiding them into completing something that they need to do.
Lila, what is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? Crawling. Crawling. Good job.
That was an example of a verbal prompt. The next one we're going to look at is manual prompting. Manual prompting involves the teacher or therapist using contact with the child in order to get a task completed. For example, if a girl did not know how to brush her hair, the hand-over-hand technique of physical prompting would be used to guide the brush in her hand from the top of her head down. Here's another example of manual prompting.
Okay. Leah, swerve.
Good job.
The next type of prompting we're going to talk about is gestural prompting. This includes motioning or indicating to the child an action that must be done. For example, if a boy were asked to read a word aloud but is having a hard time saying it, the therapist or teacher could point at the first letter to have him sound it out. Another example of gestural prompting is showed in this video.
Lila, touch crawling. That's crawling. Good job.
And now we're going to talk about the process of fading. Fading is decreasing the level of assistance needed to complete a task or activity, which is the opposite of prompting, which is trying to promote a task or activity to be completed by a child. However, fading is the opposite, which is used at the end of the prompting initiative so that the child can then complete the task on their own. Thank you for listening. Here are the credits for the videos and the help that I had making the video. I hope you learned a lot about prompting and fading.